I love it. Jesse's not trying to be sexy. He's at work. This is Vicky Soto in Louisville, Kentucky. Go on, Jesse.
He's not trying to give us that very white voice, right?
Not at all.
He's just at work. Vicky Soto, girl, how are you? We can't wait to hear what you're going to share with us today. We're excited about that. Excited.
I'm excited too, guys.
Great things happening. Who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead. Introduce yourself.
Annetta Hunter.
Brooklyn's in the house, Pastor Jay.
Oh, Pastor Jay, how are you, sir?
Blessed and highly favored. How about yourself?
Ooh, that's right, that's right. Hello, Annette. I heard you, Annette, coming in there. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you, Pastor Denise?
I am doing great. Looking forward to hearing from you today.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
Keep it coming, family. We're going to mute out in just a sec. Who's with us? Give us your name.
Lloyd Gibson, Oakland, California.
All right, Lloyd. How are you? Oakland, California's in the house. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm just doing spray fantastic.
Great, fantastic. Great. Good to hear you this morning.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Hey, thank you all for sharing your excitement and your enthusiasm and dialing in and being a part of what's happening around the world with Team Effort Network. But listen to this, family. Get your pencils and your papers. Write this down right quick. As you know, the tickets for the 10 extravaganza goes on sale today. And we want to blow that. We want to blow that system up. We want Mount Amy to go. We are bringing people from the East Coast, from the West Coast, from around the world. We're going to be there to celebrate our 1-year birthday anniversary. We're going to be there to show great appreciation for the door that they open for us to walk in and prosper from and to be in good health. So those tickets will go on sale today, starting at exactly 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your teams together. Make the purchase all at one time. I mean, don't blow the system up. But if you do, we got Robin. He can still get it back open for us. But the tickets will go on sale today, 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know some of you woke up early this morning. You went to your back office and you were ready to purchase your tickets. But the switch is not going to be turned on until, once again, 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get your ticket to Las Vegas, Nevada for the 10 extravaganza. Woo! Can't wait for that one to happen. I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, Pastor Dale Wafer. Are you there this morning, sir?
I'm here. Yes, I am. Welcome to Friday. Boy, I tell you, we're excited about Friday. You know, going into the weekend, it's always a great opportunity to meet more people and talk to more people, create a bigger warm market. You know, we're coming off a fabulous TPP last night. Just an amazing time last night there. A lot of excitement. A lot of new people. The bells ringing again last night. So, you know, it's always exciting to have new people that join your business. So, looking forward to this call today because it's going to be a great call. I got a chance to meet some of these people and fabulous testimonies and things was happening. So, we're going to get out of the way and go right to it. You know, we have a great. We've got a great leader on the call who brought some of her team members on the call, and so we're excited about having Miss Two-Car Vicky Soto. As Paul calls her, Miss Two-Car Vicky Soto. That's going to be that's on the line with us. Vicky, hey, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, so much excitement on the team. Pastor Dell, when you came through, it was like a wave of excitement that just hadn't even hit the top yet. It's still rising, okay? I mean, they are so excited, you know. And before I say anything else, Pastor Dell, I got to, first of all, thank a few people. One of them, of course, is you for flying out to us. We know you had prior commitments, and you managed to squeeze us in, and we love you for that. Thank you so much for flying in. that Saturday and training us and getting us all inspired and motivated. Also, I want to thank Tonda Bergen and DJ McCord for hosting the event in Indianapolis. I think that's the first time they ever hosted something of that magnitude, and they did a great job. So I'm thankful to them. And I also want to thank all the people that came from the different regions. As you know, it was just so crazy. People coming from Chicago and from all parts of Ohio, Kentucky, and I felt really blessed to see all the different regions showing up and representing. But also, I want to thank the people who supported us, like Thad and John Peavy and a few other people that have supported our competition. We had a TTP competition. I don't know if you told Pastor Denise about this, but it was so cool. We did it in 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks of see who could have the most TTPs, and they had to follow special rules. They had to have at least 3 guests. They had to have it on the calendar, and we gave them cash money for that, okay? And Pastor Dell will tell you that some people managed to squeeze in 4 parties with guests and everything. So it was just really exciting. We got to give away the cash. We were inspired by y'all at the East Coast Conference. So we were dancing in the aisles and everything. We had a ball. And I've got one of those TTP winners on the call today. So we're going to hear from her. And also 2 of my closest friends, Annetta and Mazetta Hunter. But Pastor Dale, is there anything you want to ask the girls before we start talking? Because you ain't going to worry too much.
Yeah, I know this is getting ready to be a girl call, but I don't have to worry about it. One of these testimonies is going to wipe Pastor's niece out. So. But no, Vicki, take it away. Bring on your team and introduce who they are and tell us a little bit about them.
Okay. I'm going to start with Karita. Karita, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you guys, I got to introduce you to, I call her the powerhouse because she's always got so much energy and she's fearless. That's what I love about her. She's from Louisville, Kentucky, so we're proud to say she's from Louisville. But also, she's in Cincinnati, and she's brand new to Cincinnati. But do you think that stopped her? No, she has been doing parties and everything in Cincinnati. And she was actually the person who got the second prize for our TTP competition. And I was so excited because, I know that it's been really hard for her because she doesn't know anybody in Cincinnati, but she proved that you don't have to know, have a warm market somewhere to start a warm market somewhere. So I want to introduce to y'all team builder and my close friend, Karita Harbin from Louisville/Cincinnati.
Well, hi, everyone. How are you doing this morning, Vicki?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Hey, Karita, tell them what you thought about the Super Saturday in Indianapolis.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you what. I haven't been able to come to an event since the launch in Vegas. So this was really, really huge for me, and I definitely wanted to be there. And it was a blessing. It's always nice to finally meet people that's on your team and bounce out deals off of each other and find out what others is doing in their area to grow their business. I enjoyed the presentation from the Vicki and Denise show. It was really nice. But I tell you something, the testimonies that I heard were very, very moving from some very brave women out there. And Pastor Dell, okay, this training was completely awesome. And it just made me feel like I was in Vegas all over again. And the things that he shared with us was just powerful to me to help me grow my business, breaking down the compensation plan, showing me how to strategically build my business. It was just awesome for me. I walked away powered, motivated, ready to set my goals, things that I'm looking forward to accomplish before Vegas. I'm just ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
See why I call her the powerhouse. I love her. Karita, the thing that tickled me is when you came up I don't know if you knew we were going to call you to the front for your cash prize, for your TTP win. We didn't know if you were expecting, because you were looking like you. I knew you were totally into the meeting, because when you got up in front of the room, you looked like you were shocked, like, oh my gosh, they're making me come up to the.
I was trying to eat without anybody knowing I was eating, and then I heard Karita Harvest. So I'm like, okay, cool. Do my little dance, go up there, and hey, got paid on a Saturday.
Yeah, and you're doing such wonderful things, and we're so excited. We know between you and Mr. Gregory Marshall that Cincinnati's going to blow up. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the team? Because, everybody's listening to you across the world right now, so you might as well say what you have to say, girl.
I am just so excited. I am glad that I'm a part of this opportunity. I have, been going through some things for a long time, but I'm not letting anything stop me now. There is nothing that should stand in anybody's way to work on them and build their business, because when I look back and think about all the things that stopped me, because I actually been in 10 for years, and all the things that stopped me, I look back and I say, guess what, Karita? Those are all excuses. And I know there's a lot of people out there who feel like, oh, you're going through this, you're going through that, you can't do it, you can't get it done. But I always look back and say, you know what, I could have done this and I could have done that, but I can't dwell on the past. I'm back. So hold on to your seat, Miss Vicki. I'm about to take you on a ride, because you're going to always be looking back like, oh, my God, what is this girl going to do next? I am really about to have fun with it, and I'm ready to go, and I'm looking forward to Vegas.
Yes. Yes, Karita was in Vegas with us last time, and we had a ball, by the way, y'all. And Pastor Denise will tell you it's even on tape, but we had a ball. So we're definitely going to make the extravaganza even extra. More, it's going to be an extra extravaganza, because we're going to really make it a big party, and we're going to have fun with it. Like Mel always tells us to have fun, and we will have fun, but we're also going to inspire. So you guys don't want to miss the Vegas event. But Karita, thank you so much, and like you said, we're going to do it, girl. So we're all excited, and we already started our goal settings, since Pastor Dale came in and told us, how we were leaving money on the table and so forth and so on. Woo, we've been inspired we don't want nothing left anywhere, okay? So, Exactly. So thank you. I'm going to have to ask next, Annette and Rossetta, are you guys on the call?
Yes, we are, Vicki. Good morning.
Okay.
It's a great day to be alive.
It's a great day to be alive, dear. These two ladies, they were also at the Super Saturday, but let me tell you, I know them so well. Our stories go back pretty far. It's kind of funny, because Annetta and Rossetta are related to Charles Hunter. In fact, Annetta is Charles Hunter's daughter. And Charles Hunter, by the way, they call him Big Game Hunter, was drafted for the Celtics. He's a former basketball player, and he is best friends with my dad, who you guys know, Mr. Stan Herndon, executive Stan Herndon, is also in the business. And so it's a big family affair for us, okay? And we all come from Glasgow, Kentucky, which is a small town, a very small town, but that doesn't mean anything. Obviously, all of us came from Glasgow. So that will tell you that even in the smallest of towns in Kentucky, we have business builders. And let me just say that I'm really proud to announce that Annetta and Rossetta Hunter both are currently in Louisville, so they're about to really, really blow up this area, I can tell you. And also, they were some of the key stories that were told at the Indianapolis event. So I'm not going to say too much, but first person I want to introduce is Annetta, so that she can introduce her mother, who is totally awesome. But Annetta, I want to ask you something, and that is, what was the thing that you got the most out of the Super Saturday?
Well, I can tell you this, that if I hadn't been there, first of all, I would have missed a lot. It was inspiring, awe-inspiring, really, because there were so many key features about the meeting that were so important to me and what I want to accomplish with the business. One of them is just about guidelines for setting goals, and Pastor Dale did a marvelous job on how to focus on the key things that are going to make you successful. So that was number one. I thought that was awesome. Besides that, other testimonies that we can use to help other people, from Dwight regarding the glutathione and its importance to your body and your health. And then just, basically being a success with the Team Effort Network, and the feeling you get when you come together like that was incredible. I can't say enough good things about being a part of a team, that everybody is on the same accord and we feel the same way and we're encouraging to one another. And that is just wonderful. It is a family, and that is the key right there, family helping one another. So that was my big thing. I loved it.
I tell you guys, I'm going to brag a little bit about Annetta. She is amazing. One of the things you don't know about her, she's an author of a book about the law of attraction. And I got to tell you, I've learned so much from her and her spirit and the way that she, she always seems to make me feel like, wow, I need to do more. I need to get out there and attract more. And so I just want to brag about you a little bit, Annetta. But the other thing is she has these beautiful twin boys, and tell them real quickly the testimony about the boys and the sprays, because I want them to hear this.
Oh, yes, absolutely. They're 8 years old, and they're very active little boys. One of them was born with a ventricular septal defect, which is basically a hole in the heart. And since he has come along, the hole is closed, but now he has been diagnosed with an enlarging aorta, which he's on medication, which I was very concerned about from the start of him being on any kind of medication that might alter his natural abilities or anything that was going to give him side effects. So I was researching something that was natural and healthy for him to take. So the boys have been on the sprays, and from the start, they loved the sprays. They would get up every morning and say, Mommy, where's my sprays? I want my sprays. So, I would most definitely be excited by the fact that they were ready to take their vitamins, that they were excited about it, and they loved them. And that just made me happy. Doctor appointments with the cardiologist, his heart has been on a steady pace. It hasn't gotten any larger. So we've been very, very happy about that. And I'll keep everybody up to date on that. But, he is just doing great. But they are my little testimonies as well as my little business partners, because they tell other people, hey, you need the sprays. You need to get the sprays. And they have become just my little businessmen. I'm so proud of them. So, and Taylor still.
Hey, Annette, let me just jump in here real quick and just say, make mention of that. When I was doing the presentation, I was talking to people, and I said, if you're in this business, I want you guys to stand up if you're already in the 10 business. And one of these little guys jumped up. He said, raise his hand. I'm in the 10 business. So he's really vested in the business for sure.
He is. He said, yes, I'm in the business. Of course I am. He attends all the meetings that he can attend with us. We were in Washington. Unfortunately, they couldn't have been in there to see the meeting, but I think they would have enjoyed it. And, they are in it. Every TTP we go to, they come and they listen, and they know what these vitamins are doing for people. And they let everybody know. So even kids at school say, you need some spray. So they are awesome.
Yeah, they're very energetic and they're very intelligent, and that's what I love about them. And they're so well behaved. She's right. They have been in just about every meeting we've done in Glasgow, every meeting that they've been in Louisville, and they soak up everything. So I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with them. And I'm really impressed with you, Annetta. I really am. I can't say enough good things about you and your spirit. And let me just say this. I'm going to let you introduce your mother. But,
okay.
One of the things, before you introduce Rossetta, I've got to say this. Rossetta, every time somebody meets Rossetta, they always walk away saying, wow, because her story is just so powerful. And, she told me if she told her whole story, we'd be sitting down for days talking about what has happened to her before, what has happened to her since. And she told me once that she really, really, really wants to be able to connect to cancer survivors because she knows that she can help them. And I believe that too. So I'm going to step out of the way and let you introduce your mom and let her tell her section. You know, we just want to tell her we love her, and we're so glad that we were able to find her and help her. So
thank you, Vicki. She is, I have to say, and without hopefully crying too much about it, that she's my best friend and just mother, best friend, everything. She is an amazing woman. She's accomplished a lot in her lifetime. She puts family first, and her family is center of her life, and she has always dealt with us that way and given us everything she has. I wanted to aspire to be just like her as a mother, and I have to, and she's crying. But anyway, she has an amazing story, and I can vouch for it because I've been here every step of the way. When she started her vitamins, from her breast cancer situation all the way through her knee surgery, double knee replacement surgery to now, and seeing her now compared to 4 years ago, I can tell everyone this is a different woman. She has the energy of a woman 10 years her junior, or more, and she is doing things she's never done since she was in her 30s and 40s, seriously, and she's 68. So I'm going to introduce her, Rossetta Hunter, an amazing story and woman and mother. Here she is.
Good morning. I'm not
morning.
sure I can live up to such high compliments, but I'll do my best. I just want to say to everyone that I am a cancer survivor, and I also just had a clean bill from my mammogram. Before that, I was introduced to 10 Network and the sprays. I had no energy. I was a cancer survivor, but I didn't have a life because I didn't have the energy. I stayed in bed. I did very little. My energy was expended if I could walk from my bedroom to the garage and get in my car. And, it was a very low level. But after the sprays, I was introduced to the sprays in June of 2014. I started hearing around March, but, when you've taken so much stuff that doesn't work, you're a little jaded by things. So gradually I started to take the sprays. And when I felt so good, I said, well, I'm going to try the others, because my body was totally depleted. I had no cells to operate on, good or bad, because the chemotherapy had taken the good and the bad. And I was just a shell of a person trying to figure out how to live after surviving. And when I started taking the sprays, I started to feel better. I started out with the B and D, and I was just, I noticed a marked difference right away. And then I continued on, and I said, if it feels this good with those two, I'm going to try the rest. And the Slim was the lice to come because I wasn't really overweight in the sense that I felt a need to diet a lot, but the B made me so hungry that I had to take the Slim just to balance. And so as a result of that, I started doing crazy things like getting up out of bed, waking up at 7:30 in the morning when I usually slept till 10, and cleaning my own house and cooking. And all those were things that I wanted to do that I had to pay someone else to do, or my daughter did all the meals. And I found myself back in the kitchen and doing things, and I didn't have to roll around in a chair. It was just amazing for me to experience this. And on my last doctor's visit, which was just about 2 weeks ago, I had diabetic, I had been diagnosed with diabetes and type 2, and I was on 2 great big metformin pills per day, and they literally choked me. And I felt like I was doing good because it was kind of stabilized, and I just dropped one of them, and I continued the sprays and taking 1 metformin a day. When I had my reading, it was 90. It was 90. And my blood pressure was 134/64. And my B level, which I got for the first time, and I didn't rush out to get it because I didn't feel like I had B in my body at all. It was 39, but they were able to verify that I had gone up like 3 points from a 2 to a 5. And so that was verified. I had lost over a period of between June and now 15 pounds, which was really nice. I lost a dress size, but my doctor stated that was the best sugar reading that I had ever had. And I told him, I said, well, it's all about the sprays. And he looked at it, and I hauled them out of my purse. I carry them everywhere. And I pulled those out of my purse, and I said, this is what I'm doing. And he looked them over, and then he said, well, I can't make a comment about these. And I said, well, you just did. You told me I had the best blood sugar reading that I'd ever had. My weight is down. My heart is in good shape. I have lost 15 pounds. I think that it's self-explanatory, and you did make a statement because you said my blood sugar was the best it's ever been. And I put my sprays back in my purse, and when the meeting concluded, I switched out of there satisfied and thanking Team Effort Network all the way, because you guys have been my lifesaver. I owe my life to Mel and Amy, because I can't even imagine where I would be without them and the introduction to these sprays. Instead of wishing that I could do things now, I'm actually doing it. And we just moved to Louisville, and I've been able to organize and do my closet, do my room, help my daughter unpack boxes, drag furniture across the room. And yeah, I ached a lot, but I pumped up on the Super 10 and kept on moving. And I couldn't have done that before. And if you don't shut me up, I'll tell you all day about the wonders of Super 10 and Cell Energy, because it has been my lifeline and it has saved my life. And as a cancer survivor, to see these things like your fingernails growing and strong and coming back, your hair growing. I have to go and get my hair cut more often now because it grows so fast that in 3 months I have 6 months worth of hair. So I just recently had my summer cut done because in the middle of winter, just so that I could stay even on not having to go back every week or two to get a trim. But
Rossetta, one of the things I gotta say is, since the first time I saw you, you look like a different person. And I can remember when I first met you, I remember thinking, this lady doesn't feel well, because you were sitting so quietly and still. You have changed so much. You're no longer quietly sitting and still. But And then the last time I saw you, I didn't know who you were. The last time I saw Rossetta, I was waiting for her in a restaurant for breakfast, and she walked in, and I didn't know who she was because she was moving so fast, and she was so slender, and I was just like, Rossetta, remember that? That was so funny. I did
yes,
not
I do. Well, I can say that the clock has been turned back for me. I feel like 10 years before cancer, not back even to where I was, but the clock has turned back past the time of where I began. And, 10 years, that puts me in my 50s. And that's a good thing. When you're 68 and you've been sick, you can't, there's no way you can describe to make a person realize how bad you can feel and be alive. And, but I, because of acute renal failure from chemotherapy, I was counted out as nearly dead. And as a result of that, when God let me stay, let me survive, I thanked him. And he reminded me that I had prayed and asked to be here, because I prayed every day and asked God to extend me out beyond the shadow of the steps of the temple, to let me grow, be here and see my grandsons grow to be young, God-fearing Christian men, to be here for my daughters. And he allowed me that. And I felt like I was a pretty good person before, but when I survived, I said, I know I'm here to tell my story, and I want to be able to help people. So that's my investment into the Team Effort Network, is reaching people and getting them to understand how much these sprays help and what it's really worth. And I look at it like this. The money is good, but if we help people along the way, the money comes while you're trying to do good for other people and helping them.
Yeah.
And I just feel blessed to be here. And yes, it is my motivation to reach as many people that have had critical illnesses, and especially cancer, because some people, they don't realize that when you have cancer, it takes more than the part that the cancer is in. It takes your whole body, and it takes your family down right along with you. And that's why my daughter, Annetta, is my everything.
Yeah.
She came every day and sat by my bedside and willed me to live. And she doesn't know, she didn't know that I could feel her energy. I couldn't say a word, but I sensed all of my family around me loving me. And now it's time for me to give that love back. And I'm just so grateful for all of you, for Vicki and for Stan and Mel and Amy and Pastor Dale. It was wonderful to meet you in person and actually talk to you. And I'm going to shut up now because somebody else might need to do a testimony. But and Pastor Denise, I was there in Washington. I saw you all, and I'm just in awe of the whole thing. It's wonderful. And thanks for an opportunity to let me speak. Vicki, thank you.
You're welcome. We feel blessed by having you. I mean, we feel blessed every time that you come to a party, every time you're at an event, every time that we have your loving soul with us. We are so excited because you guys don't know, but Pastor Dale does. In fact, Pastor Dale, I'm going to shut up too. You have anything you want to say to Rossetta before we get off the call?
Well, this is an amazing story. We hear this, everywhere we go, but it's always good to hear it afresh with new people. And Rossetta, you'll tell you, your story was just so touching there. in Indiana, as well as it is today on the call. It's inspirational people, all around hearing the testimony about where you were, where you are. This is a real life testimony. This is not paid advertisement. These are people's lives who've been touched by this product. And I say all the time, we got the best quality product, best delivery system, and it is changing people's lives one spray at a time. And you are just a testimony of what this is doing. And I'm so glad that Annetta didn't think that this was something that she didn't want to be involved in because it's multi-level marketing, but she actually saw the business concept of it, introduced it to her mom who was sick, and now look at the results, guy. What if her daughter would have just said, "Oh no, I'm not interested"? Look what could have happened as a result of her not giving a good ear to this program and this opportunity that we have here. And that's why I say we cannot be afraid to just share. We have products that are we can be very confident about that is going to help change people's lives. And we've seen it in this situation. And I just want to thank you guys for being on the call because it's just an amazing, again, opportunity to see what this product does and how this product is changing people's lives. Pastor D, you can jump in.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Simply amazing. My goodness. Ooh, this is real life, family. These are stories.
Yeah, that's how it affects us too, Denise. We feel the same way. And the crazy thing about it is you haven't even had a chance to meet Rossetta yet. But when you meet her, you will understand how important it was for her to have the sprays. She is now telling everybody. So, God always has, that way of getting the right message out there to tell people and to save lives and to help people with their lives. So.
Well, I tell you, this is what this is all about. 10 Team Effort Network. This is what it's about. It's about finding a need and helping to resolve it. And if that need is physically through sickness and disease, giving them the sprays and letting people, take our sprays and letting our sprays help change their lives. Of course, we can't, say our product is going to treat or heal or cure. But what we can say is that there's a lot of people that's using our product that are feeling a lot better today than they were before they used our product. So if it's a health and wellness situation, we have a spray for that. If it's a financial situation, we have a spray for that. Okay, so we're really excited about your team and what your team has accomplished. Vicki, you're a great leader there, and we're looking about putting something. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking to do in 60 days.
Oh, man, you're about to tell me to steal Denise Moore's thunder. Are you kidding? No. As you guys know, look, I'm glad you said that, dude, because we were just crying our eyes all over here. But as you guys know, Denise Moore is on the case, and she's already, in fact, this morning that she woke me up. I am not lying. She woke me up. I was half asleep. She was talking to me about the event that's coming up in Dayton, Ohio, the Super Saturday that she's putting together. And you guys, if you have ever heard Denise, you know that this is going to be crazy. So I would tell you, no matter where you are in the United States, you need to come and see what this woman's about to put together because she is not playing. So, if you can consider sometime in February, she's still working on the venue and the date. But as soon as we know, you will know. And I promise you, it is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I've been looking forward to getting to Dayton. I told you I have some family in Dayton. But I'm really excited because, if anybody can pull this off, Denise and her team can do it, no question. And I'm looking forward to flying to Dayton and helping them. Hey, let's do it again, guys. Well, Pastor Nisha, have you composed yourself? You back on track with us here?
Well, I'm trying to get here. I tell you, y'all know how I am. You shouldn't do that. Give me warning, heads up, or something. Rossetta, I tell you, it's these are stories that the world need to hear. The world need to hear this. That Rossetta, she's a cancer survivor. First of all, to go through cancer, then to survive it, And then to try, like she said, now I'm trying to figure out how to live. Because you go through all that, chemo eats up all your cells, leaves you with no energy, no life, you can't do anything. And then her beautiful daughter, it's just a beautiful story of a mother and a daughter's love. I mean, this is just all based on love. I care for you, and I want you to get better. And that's what we do when we're offering the sprays to people. We're saying, I really care for you, and I want you to get better. That's what we're doing on Team Effort Network when it comes to the sprays. We're saying that, I care for you, and I want you to get better. And that's what Annetta did with her mom. She's like, Mom, I love you, I'm here with you, and I want you to get better. And then Rossetta takes the sprays, and right away she's got her energy, she's up, she's moving, she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's lost 15 pounds, her hair is growing back, her nails are growing, and it's like she said, she's, instead of wishing she could do things, she's now doing it, she's living it. And that is just a beautiful story that everyone needs to hear. And Coretta, thank you, Powerhouse, for sharing your excitement, because it's like Mel Gill said, pay attention, but also stay excited. Stay excited about what we're doing. And why do we stay excited? Because it's this. Listen to these stories. It's just incredible. And this is real life stories. This is not just a product we're trying to push. It's not a commission we're trying to make. We're really trying to help people to get their lives back. And that's what's happening here in Team Effort Network. And thank you, Melanie McGill. And that's why we all owe it to Melanie McGill to be at that 10 extravaganza in Las Vegas. We all owe them that, to be there, to show appreciation, and to bring our friends and our families and our guests that they can be a part of the biggest movement here in the industry for the last 20 years. We are part of something big. You heard Chris Day yesterday share his story and the importance of these sprays and the ingredients and getting your energy and your health back. You hear the testimonies every day on this call. And we need to be there in March the 15th, for the 10 extravaganza, just to meet one another. Don't you want to meet Rossetta now? Don't you want to meet her? Don't you want to meet Annetta now and Coretta? Yeah, you do. And Chris Day, you want to be there to embrace everyone and to thank Mel and Amy Gill for, making the sacrifice and for listening to God when He spoke that to their hearts, and for their vision to be to change people's lives. Don't you want to be a part of something big like that and have everyone that you know to be a part of that as well? So, yes, we got to be there, okay? I'm sorry, family. I am just so moved by these stories. It's so incredible.
These are incredible stories, and you're definitely, it's definitely warranted to be moved by them. We're so moved by the stories when we're in Indianapolis, and that's why we wanted to share it with the family, guys. Just share that this is what's happening. But we got to wrap this call up, guys. I'm going to kick it out to Atlanta, Georgia, and go to Mr. Kevin Vaughn, One Star. Kevin, are you with us?
Absolutely, Pastor. Wow, incredible. What a tearjerker, guys. I have to tell you, tearjerker today. Tearjerker today. Wow. Just incredible. I'm just going to read one quote, guys, today. Just going to read one quote today for y'all. But one thing before I get to the quote, pastors, this is what I got excited about. Rossetta talked about the prayer that she prayed to God. And I just got excited because you could see where God stepped back in time to Mel and Amy Gill to put them in place to answer her prayer today. Just incredible. That's confirmation that we're all on the right track. That's powerful. Rosetta's prayer got answered. God stepped back in time because He knows everything already anyway. He stepped back in time and told Mel, basically put in their heart what to do so we could be here today. That's incredible. So wow. Rossetta and everybody on the phone, we're so excited for you, so proud of you, and the best is yet to come. But what a tearjerker, and just excited about what we're all about. And, of course, the Atlanta team loves you guys, and we just thank God for Mel and Amy Gill and Mr. Gill. I'm going to read one quick quote. Hope you guys enjoy this quote. Man, whew, I need some tissue right now, Doc. This is from J.C. Watts. J.C. Watts. This is really apropos for where we're at today right now. Whew, let me just go ahead and get fired up here. I think you grow whenever God plants you. I hope I'm growing as a person of faith, as a Christian. And we understand everybody's not a Christian. We understand that. That should be our number one objective, this journey of life. That all starts with a personal, intimate relationship with Christ. Then being in prayer every single day about all of those things. And the key word today is be tenacious about your faith. Be tenacious about your faith. And one more quick quote, ladies and gentlemen, from myself. Be tenacious enough to know what you want. Define what you want. Get what you want. And then repeat the process to help others towards their goals. Pastor Dale talked about earlier. Share, share, share. Invite, invite, invite. Back to you guys. Love you guys.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you, One Star Kevin Vaughn. We appreciate you guys. And again, thank you so much, Miss Vicky Soto, for a great team leader that you are. We are so amazed at what you guys are accomplishing. There's great things that's coming out of the Indianapolis, Kentucky, Chicago, Ohio area. And, hey, listen, sooner or later, we're going to get some people in St. Louis because they're real close to you as well. And we're really excited about what you guys are doing. Looking forward to what Denise Moore is going to be doing in Ohio in February. Looking forward to getting the team down there to celebrate that with you guys. Let's just keep getting pumped. Let's keep moving forward. Las Vegas is going to be the next stop after Ohio, and I'm telling you, we're going to pack that place. We're going to tell so many stories. It's going to be amazing. You guys, remember this. You are loved, and you are greatly appreciated. See you
Pastor Dale, family, let's not forget 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The switch will be turned on for you to get your ticket for the 10 Extravaganza. And I think one of the great things we can do to put a big smile on Mel and Amy's face and Mel and Amy Gill's face today is for everyone to go in at that time and get your tickets for the 10 Extravaganza, just to say thank you, Mel and Amy Gill. We will be there. We will be there. So let's do that for them, family. 2 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone, please make yourself a note, put on your timer on your phone, and everyone go in and get that ticket for that big extravaganza. And let's not forget this Saturday at 5 o'clock p.m. in Pensacola, Florida, Chris Day and his wife, Shakita, are having a big TTP in Pensacola, Florida. So I know that there's some people who are looking for a TTP in Florida. Well, there you go. Pensacola, Florida, this Saturday, tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And to get information on that, send an email to Chris at chrisday vitaspray, chrisday@gmail.com, chrisday@gmail.com to get information on the TTP for Saturday in Pensacola, Florida. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Vicky Soto. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Coretta. Thank you, Annetta. And thank you, Rossetta. Love you guys so much. Family, go out there, make it happen. Get your tickets, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock today. Be back with us Monday morning. And know this, you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. Have a blessed day on purpose. God bless you all.